Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much for your greatest support. Now, fellow Kenyans, I have a question to ask. Let me start by asking this question. That suppose you have your child and your child disrespects you in your own house, in their own house. Does it really give your neighbor's child authority and moral authority to come and also disrespect you in your own house? In other words, you are my friend, or maybe you are my neighbor, and you have your kids, I have my kids, and then one of my kids maybe disrespects me. So does it allow your kid as my neighbor also to come into my house and disrespect me simply because my child disrespects me? I'm asking that question because of what I want us to talk about in this video. In this video, I would like us to discuss this issue of Somalis, Mogadishu. Those young boys that were spotted stepping on the Kenyan flag. You know, that thing has really grown and it has really brought a lot of problems and a lot of issues in this country. And from the look of things, what I can say is that there is something like a timely bomb that is being prepared, is being cooked somewhere. And if we are not very careful as a country or as a nation, then something wrong is going to happen. We don't know what it is. We don't know how long it's going to take before this thing happens. But one thing I'm sure of, that there is something on the way. There is something that is going to happen, which is so wrong. Now, last Sunday, during the match between Mogadishu and I don't know which team, the Mogadishu fans, those young boys were spotted stepping on the Kenyan flag.
It all began with this viral video, two Mogadishu City fans FC taking turns mocking the Kenyan flag. One spreads it on the ground and kicks it into the air, while the other grabs it mid-flight, rubbing it against his crotch as they burst into laughter. In a second, seemingly well-choreographed video, a Mogadishu fan wearing a traditional Somali sarong walks up to a Kenyan Police FC supporter, snatches his Kenyan flag and tosses it casually to the ground. The clips, which have since gone viral, emerged after last Saturday's CAF Champions League clash between Kenya Police FC and Mogadishu City FC at Nyayo Stadium. The incident triggered immediate outrage and condemnation, both at the stadium and across social media, with many Kenyans describing it as a blatant act of disrespect. Sports journalist Tony Kwalanda condemned the act, saying the flag of Kenya is being mocked, shredded, misused and abused by Mogadishu FC fans at Nyayo Stadium in Nairobi. Mohamed Abdikay stated on X that this is not representative of the average Somali. Sisi hatukuangi hivi. These boys should be disciplined and banned from future matches. Football is not about this sort of behavior. According to the law, a person who shows disrespect in speech, manner or writing to the flag shall be guilty of an offense and liable to a fine or imprisonment for a term not exceeding 6 months. Interior Cabinet Secretary, while presiding over Jukwaa la Usalama Forum in Wajir, called for action to be taken against the culprits.
Hatutakubali mtu yoyote iwe Mkenya ama mgeni kucheza na uhuru wetu na our symbols of national unity, including our national flag. So, Wananchi, take the necessary legal action. Let the law take its course. As a Minister of Interior, we must show the world that we take our national flag seriously.
Interior is warning that Kenya will not be lenient to its neighbor citizens who disrespect the country.
Being in Kenya is a privilege. And when you play around with our national instruments of national unity, you lose the privilege to live in our country.
I have already directed the DCI ya kwamba huyu mtu anakanyaga bendera yetu ya Kenya. Bendera ile ipiganiwa hapa mpaka tukapata uhuru yetu, si ni kweli? Hiyo anatucheza ama vipi? Na hatuwezi tukakubali kamwe. So the director of Directorate of Criminal Investigation is under direct instructions from the Inspector General, none other than Douglas Kanja Kirocho, that he must move with speed and efficiency and ensure that that man is arrested and taken before a court of law. Alafu koti zetu sifanye kazi yao. Bendera yetu lazima iheshimiwe na kila mmoja wetu.
One of them took the Kenyan flag, kicked it, and then the other one took the flag and rubbed it on his groins. Something that has really sparked a lot of reactions. And some people were comparing it with the... Remember this lady who stepped on the Kenyan flag just immediately after the game between Kenya and Gambia. Okay, some people I saw some people saying that this young lady maybe did this because of out of frustration. Because maybe, you know, everybody expected Kenyans to win to qualify for the World Cup, but then things didn't work out the way maybe people expected. So that is why people are saying that, okay, this lady, perhaps maybe she did this because of frustration. She was frustrated. She didn't expect the outcome of the game, of the match between Harambee Stars and that is why she did that. Other people are saying that that lady's frustration, that lady stepping on the flag after the match between Gambia and Kenya, it should not, it's whether it's out of frustration or what, but both of them are to face charges because they have broken the law, and her reaction does not justify what the Somalian young men did. And remember, that is why I started by asking that just because my child disrespects me in my home doesn't necessarily gives your child authority, moral authority to come and disrespect me. Now, Murkomen was talking about this, but before I talk about the issue of Murkomen, the ambassador, the Somali's ambassador, came and was apologizing. Now, in the process of apologies, something was noticed. I noticed something. I noticed that the Kenyan flag was upside down. I don't know, I don't know whether it was out of ignorance or maybe okay, I don't know. You tell me that at the comment section. You see the Kenyan flag the way it is. This is the Kenyan flag. It is upside down. So I was asking myself that these guys are coming to apologize. But in the process of apologizing, there is another mistake that is spotted. Like there is another mistake that is being done.
Somali ambassador to Kenya, Jabril Ibrahim Abdullah, has condemned the acts, describing them as regrettable, adding that authorities are investigating the matter for possible action.
We regret and firmly condemn the action of few individuals whose behavior overshadowed the remarkable performances of our two teams. Such incidents do not reflect the value of respect, friendship, and shared sovereignty that guide relationship between our two brotherly nations, Kenya and Somalia.
Relations between Kenya and Somalia have long been tense.
Okay, umekuja kuomba msamaha. Lakini kwa harakati ya kuomba msamaha, bado kuna makosa nyingine ambayo inafanyika.
Kwa mambo ya disrespecting our flag, niliona jana kwa mtandao kwamba baada ya mchezo ya mpira kuna watu ambao walikuwa na disrespect bendera ya Kenya, na niliambiwa na Inspector General kwamba ofisi yake ilikuwa inaangalia kupitia ofisi ya DCI kuangalia ni kina nani na ilikuwa kwa minajili gani na uvunjaji wa sheria ambao umefanyika watafanya nini. Kwa sababu tutawacha hiyo iende kwa ile process ya kisheria ionwe kwanza. Lazima kuna sheria ya kutosha ya National Flags and Emblems Act ambayo inasema jinsi ambavyo bendera inafaa kuheshimiwa na vile ya kutumia, na wale kama utamishuse bendera ya Kenya consequences ni njia gani.
Is it out of ignorance or maybe it's just because maybe they don't know what is supposed to be done? You know, such kind of things are what we're supposed to look at. Tunapaswa kuangalia sana haya mambo ambayo yanafanyika. And I have got 3 questions to ask fellow Kenyans. Question number 1 that I would like to ask. You know, we all have to accept that hii kiburi yote ambayo hao watu wako nayo imeletwa na William Ruto. Yes, he's our president, but all you see these things that all those things that are happening, you know, hii mambo yote ambayo inafanyika hata ukienda Isili right now, I told you that right now ukienda Isili, just the other day somebody told me that in Isili the Somalis decided to beat someone simply because he asked them watoke kwa barabara anataka kupita 40. One man with 40 kids. So do you think it's going to be very easy to survive? It's not going to be very easy. I also had the IG Langat saying that those boys action should be taken kwa hao vijana baada ya kukanyaga bendera ya Kenya. Personally, I think that yes, action should be taken, and a very serious one, because that is a disrespect. I don't know what you think, but I think action should be taken. But as much as action is supposed to be taken, there are also a lot of things that we need to look at. Number one thing that we really need to look at is how did this thing start? Because some of them are saying that vijana walikuwa wanafanya because that is what they normally do, wanafanya because of TikTok. But hata kama ni because of TikTok, or looking for content, you know, hata kama you're shooting content, you should be shooting this content in a respectful manner. Like, you should not show disrespect to the Kenyan flag, you know, to any. There is no country, there is no government that will allow anybody to disrespect its flag, national anthem. That is why hata wakati ambapo unapita pahali na and there is raising the flag, kuna hiyo national anthem ambayo inaimbwa, everybody stands still, lazima msimame, the national anthem iimbwe yote. Hata kwa these national holidays, you know, the national occasions, any moment there is a national flag that is being sung, not only national anthem ya Kenya, any national anthem, whenever it's being sung, kila mmoja anakuwa amenyamaza to show respect to the flag and to the country. So I don't know pale ambapo hii nyingine ilitokea, I don't know. I really don't know, and we really can't tell. So I asked you a question, that should this issue of refugees camp be shut down? That is number one. Number 2 question that I want to ask you. Do you really think it was a good idea? Of course, I know it was not a good idea, but according to you, personally, it was not a good idea, and in fact, it's not going to be it's not a good idea, and it will never be a good idea, according to me, that William Ruto allowed the issue of ID vetting to be taken out, so no vetting of ID. And there are the same people who are saying that coming 2027, Somalia is going to be the community to determine who is going to be the president in 2027.
What I am seeing in 2027, the numbers of this community will determine the coming election. I know in our country there are people who have, you know, different opinion. And one of the problems you are facing, I know, is because you are working with this community. There are people in this country who are not happy about your relationship with this Somali community, Your Excellency. But you know, these people, Your Excellency, are people who are hardworking, people who do their business, people who generate a lot in the economy. These are people who contribute so much to the GDP of this country, Your Excellency. So, Mr. Speaker, I mean, Your Excellency, you don't listen to any naysayers who are telling you that you should not work with this community, Your Excellency. This community, Your Excellency, is a strong community, and I can tell you, from what I am seeing, in 2027, the numbers of this community will determine the coming election. So, Your Excellency, I want to conclude by saying that my other community also, is also doing very well. Now they are on board, and now we are part and parcel of the broad-based government. And the way things are moving, we shall reach together 2027 and beyond, God willing.
That is what they are saying. So unaona, they are doing wrong things, and in the process bado wanazungumza vibaya. Is it possible to tame these people? Is it really possible to show these people that no, you guys, you should understand that this Kenya belongs to us. Hii Kenya sio yenu. Hii Kenya ni nchi yetu, and we're supposed to go and do those things back. How is it possible to ferry these people back to their country? People are saying that we should shift the beef between Kenyans and Tanzania and now talk to Somalians also. I don't know what to think. You can as well tell me what you think in the comment section, fellow Kenyans, because that is all I had for now. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and also don't forget to share this video to as many people as possible. Until we meet again, I have been your host, Bonfasavina. Bingo.
We are not fighting.
Wait. Please, get out. Get out. Somebody, please. Get out. No, get out.
No, we are not fighting.
No.
People are heshima.
Go away.
Lazima
fight at the club.
Lazima paka heshima kwa leader. Lazima heshima kwa leader. Lazima heshima kwa leader. Atoke nje. Atoke nje. Lazima heshima kwa leader bwana.
Get out.
Ameweka pati leader kwa mdomo sana.
No.
Pati sio mtoto yake. Chris na kuheshimu lakini sio kwa wapi. Yeye ni nani huyu?
Get out.
Huyu kijana huyu tutakufunga leo.
Get out.
You are nobody.
Get out. Please.
You are nobody. You are nobody. We will deal with you accordingly. Please. No, Chris, you have to tell Pepera to stop with Please. No,
this is the club.
But Pepera is too much.
This is the club.
Chris, Pepera is too much.
It's in the club.
Why is he accusing party leader? This boy is putting here.
Please, yeah. You can also respect them, man. Please, don't.
Pepera is nobody. Pepera is nobody.